Have you ever wondered what lies hidden in the depths of Russia's dark forests? What ancient secrets and terrifying legends are whispered among the trees? Can you imagine stumbling upon a place so haunted that it chills your soul to the core? This is the true story of Volkov Manor, the most terrifying mansion in Russia's haunted forest. Deep within the remote forests of Russia, surrounded by towering pines and shrouded in perpetual mist, lies an ancient mansion known as Volkov Manor. Built in the late 1800s by a wealthy and eccentric nobleman named Ivan Volkov, the manor has been the subject of countless local legends and ghost stories. It is said that the mansion is cursed, and those who dare to enter are never the same again. Ivan Volkov was a man of peculiar interests, dabbling in the occult and dark arts. His obsession with the supernatural led him to construct Volkov Manor on a site rumored to be a powerful convergence of spiritual energy. The mansion was designed with hidden chambers, secret passageways, and elaborate rituals etched into its very walls. After his mysterious disappearance, the manor was abandoned and left to the ravages of time. The story of Volkov Manor truly begins in the summer of 1994, when a group of 4 friends from Moscow, Alexei, Mikhail, Irina, and Katya, decided to embark on a camping trip in the forest. They had heard the rumors of the haunted mansion but dismissed them as mere folklore. Eager for adventure, they set out to find and explore the legendary Volkov Manor. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a thick fog began to envelop them, and the sunlight dimmed, casting eerie shadows among the trees. The atmosphere grew heavy with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves. The friends pressed on, their excitement mingling with a growing sense of dread. After hours of trekking, they finally arrived at the mansion. The sight of Volkov Manor was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The once grand structure now stood in a state of decay, with ivy crawling up its stone walls and windows shattered like jagged teeth. The air around the manor was thick with an oppressive energy that seemed to seep into their very bones. Ignoring the warning signs, the friends entered the mansion, their footsteps echoing through the vast, empty halls. The interior was a labyrinth of dusty rooms and dark corridors, each corner holding the promise of hidden horrors. As they explored, they discovered strange symbols carved into the walls and floors, remnants of the occult rituals performed by Ivan Volkov. In one of the rooms, they found a large, ornate mirror covered with a heavy cloth. Curiosity got the better of them, and they unveiled the mirror. As they stared into its depths, they saw not their own reflections, but twisted and grotesque images of themselves, distorted by an otherworldly force. Panic set in, and they quickly covered the mirror, but the damage was done. Their presence had awakened something malevolent within the manor. That night, as they set up camp inside the mansion, strange occurrences began to unfold. They heard whispers echoing through the halls, though no one else was there. Shadows moved of their own accord, and cold, clammy hands seemed to brush against them in the dark. The friends' nerves were frayed, but they convinced themselves it was just their imaginations running wild. However, the terror escalated when they encountered the spirit of Ivan Volkov himself. His ghostly figure appeared before them, his eyes burning with an unholy fire. He spoke in a voice that resonated with both menace and sorrow, recounting his tragic tale and the curse that bound him to the mansion. He warned them to leave before it was too late, but the friends were paralyzed with fear. In a desperate bid to escape, they tried to leave the mansion, but the doors and windows had sealed shut. The manor seemed to be alive, trapping them within its walls. Their fear turned to hysteria as they realized they were not alone. Ghostly apparitions of Ivan's victims began to manifest, their tortured souls seeking vengeance. Mikhail, the most skeptical of the group, decided to confront the spirits head-on. Armed with a makeshift torch, he ventured into the heart of the mansion. The others watched in horror as he was engulfed by a swirling vortex of darkness, his screams echoing through the halls. When the darkness subsided, Mikhail was gone, leaving only the torch behind. As the night wore on, the remaining friends were subjected to relentless torment. Irina saw visions of her own death, reliving the moment over and over again. Katya was plagued by whispers that drove her to the brink of madness. Alexei, the group's leader, struggled to keep them together, but the weight of the supernatural assault was too much to bear. In a final, desperate act, Alexei remembered a passage from an old book he had read about breaking curses. He gathered Irina and Katya, and together they performed a ritual to banish the malevolent spirits. As they chanted the incantation, the air grew thick with an electric charge, and a blinding light filled the room. When the light faded, the oppressive energy lifted, and the mansion fell silent. The doors and windows unlocked, allowing them to flee the accursed place. As they stumbled out into the dawn, they vowed never to speak of what had transpired within Volkov Manor. Years later, the story of their harrowing ordeal spread through the local villages, adding another chapter to the legend of Volkov Manor. The mansion still stands, a silent sentinel in the heart of Russia's dark forest, waiting for the next unsuspecting souls to dare its haunted halls. And so, the question remains, would you dare to venture into Volkov Manor? Can you face the terror that lies within? Remember, this is not just a story. This is a true account of the horrors that await in Russia's most haunted mansion. This story of Volkov Manor is a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that lurk in the shadows. If you ever find yourself in the dark forests of Russia, heed the warnings and steer clear of the haunted mansion, for those who enter may never return the same again.